Hi everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new movie review. Yes, back to review a film that I saw at the cinema yesterday along with Lulu and Clare. We went to Maidstone to the Odeon, and who would have thought that we'd be going to see another Hunger Games film after all this time? Yeah, I already owned the other 4 films on 4K. Unfortunately, I haven't got slipcovers with them. But I might try and get slipcovers for these. If not, then that really nice looking steelbook set is kind of like shouting out for my name. Anyway, what did we think of the film? Did I like it? Did not like it? Was it a waste of time? Is it a cash cow? A cash cow? Let's just talk about it. Okay, so the new Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah, this film is set around about 60 years before the original films, and it shows the rise, the fall, and the rise again of Coriolanus Snow. Coriolanus Snow, yeah, played by Tom Blythe in this film. It was played by Donald Sutherland in the original film, so it's the same character. Yeah, so Snow is the mentor to a new tribute, played by Rachel Ziegler, who plays the character of Lucy Gray Baird. So this portrayal of Snow is nothing like the Donald Sutherland Snow. There's humanity in this Snow, and there's also the love element in there as he gets closer to Lucy Gray. But it's all about protecting her, helping her win the Hunger Games. But he does cheat while helping her. And unfortunately, that's where his downfall begins. We've also got the brilliant Viola Davis as Dr. Ghoul. She's kind of a doctor scientist to the Hunger Games. And she's got this massive like lab with all these weird creatures in jars and things. Kind of reminded me of that end scene in Alien Resurrection. Plus we have Peter Dinklage as well, as Dean Highbottom, and he's the inventor, he's the creator of the Hunger Games. So the film was about 2 hours and 45 minutes, which I don't think is too long. It didn't drag, so that was a good thing. And I think there were a couple of scenes that could have been added in there to pad it out a bit and, you know, join a couple of scenes together as it kind of like jumped from one bit to another without any explanation. But I thought it was really good. Lulu and Clare enjoyed it. Although I think poor old Clare did have an annoying person in front of her that just kept flicking the electric chair recliner down. And then we had this kid that just kept running out and running along the back about 5 times. Yeah, nobody needs to go to the toilet for that long during a film. But I think the problem there is that the kid was quite young. I don't know, maybe 12 or so. I don't know. I don't think the film will hold their attention. It's not the type of film. I mean, they'll be perfectly fine for like Super Mario Brothers, but it's not the type of film for a 12-year-old. But the look of it looked fantastic. The performances were fantastic. The guy who plays Snow, Tom Blythe, I don't think I've seen him in anything, but he was really good. Like I say, it was a completely different version of the character from what Donald Sutherland actually played, because he was more mean, more vicious, whereas this one is more caring, has more humanity, and you know, so you can see how the years he develops into the Donald Sutherland. Now this is actually a book that was written in, I think, 2020, or that's when it came out. So there is a possibility of maybe more books being written, I hope, because it would be nice to get that plug, you know, that gap filled up after the events of this film, between this and then, you know, the original Hunger Games films. Talking of the games themselves, there's some good kills in there with a few vicious attacks and a few surprises thrown in as well. As I say, performance-wise, Tom Blythe was brilliant. Viola Davis was one of the standouts. She was fantastic. And even though she wasn't a violent person, her character came across as a bit chilling. And Peter Dinklage was brilliant as well. But I got to say, Rachel Ziegler was fantastic as Lucy Gray. She gets to throw her singing in there as well. There's a few foot-tapping country numbers in there, which was really nice to see. But overall, I thought she was absolutely fantastic. I know Rachel Ziegler has had a tough time. I know she's very outspoken, and her comments about Snow White have kind of like stained the film in a bit. But so far as the actress herself, she is a fantastic actress and a singer as well. She totally floored me in West Side Story, and in this she was brilliant as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing her as Snow White, to see what kind of take they do on it. Yeah, unfortunately, when an actor says something that's not expected, it kind of stains them. The same thing happened with Brie Larson as well. But as an actress, her performance was fantastic in the film. There we go. So that is my review of The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Really hope we do get another one. So it's up to the writer to write a new book so that we can get another one. Before I close out the video, I did ask Lulu and Clare just to do a little short video of their thoughts on the film. So if I've managed to get hold of the video clip from Lulu and Clare, I'll insert it at the end of this video. But if not, they did have a good time, so did I, and really enjoyed the film. There we go. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see you on the next video very soon. Bye bye.
Hey everyone, it's a snuggle day on the sofa today. Right, so I'm going to review the Hunger Games film that Claire and I saw with Paul yesterday. Loved it. 10 out of 10 for me. 3 hours long, but I didn't feel it one bit. I was captivated by the scenery, the storyline, the acting. Love the music in it. It had this almost country, folk, bluegrass kind of theme to it, and I was there for it. I loved it completely. I love the way they explained how Snow got to be a bit ruthless, but I think there's more to her story there, so they really need to make more. I also want to know how they get the Hunger Games out in the wild as opposed to the arena that this featured in. Also, just a little thing that niggled me a little bit. It's just that they had the capacity to send drones in, you know, to give their gifts as they do, and they were sending in water, and it was in glass bottles. I guess for the purposes of the film, it had to be done, but I just figured that if they had the capacity to send drones in, they could have the capacity to have plastic water bottles. But, you know, I guess it had to be written that way. Can't fault the film. I absolutely loved it. It was one of those films that just, you're rooting for the bad guy, but because he's not really bad, you know? But you can see why he's becoming that way. I think, I'm not a Star Wars fan, haven't seen them, but I can imagine it was a bit like that for the one that played the younger, the one that's all in black. Oh, Paul, Darth Vader. Oh, your subscribers are gonna absolutely have a field day with that. Darth Vader. I'm sure he wasn't all bad when he started. So that's how I feel about Snow. Got quite a soft spot for him, really. Yeah, so that's really my review. 10 out of 10. Loved it. Please write some more. We also get to know the origin of Katniss. Well, at least the name, which was pretty good. Yeah, that's my review. Oh, and I just want to say thank you to all of those of you who supported our charity in the post that Paul put, the Kent Kidney Patients Association. Thank you very much. I was on dialysis. I've had a kidney transplant, so it means a lot for you to support and give us a chance to win £1,000 for the charity, especially at Christmas time. So thank you for those of you that have already nominated our charity on the link that Paul put and on his Facebook, and thank you for the lovely comments that you've put on there as well. So there you go, my review of the Hunger Games.